Hi, hello students, welcome back to our channel. This is Bhaskar Bora. We are discussing 5th chapter quadratic equation from 10th class mathematics. As in the part of this chapter, in our previous video we discussed the solutions for the second bit problems from exercise 5.1. Now today in this video we are going to discuss the next concept from quadratic equation, that is solutions of a quadratic equation by factorization. So what are solutions of a quadratic equation? Solutions of a quadratic equation are nothing but they are the real values that they satisfy the given equation when they are substituted. What are the solutions? They are the real values. They satisfy the given quadratic equation when they are substituted in the place of the variable. Here, satisfying the equation means when the solution is substituted in the place of variable, we get both LHS and RHS part as equal. So the value which makes the LHS and RHS part as equal for the quadratic equation, that value is said to be the solution of the quadratic equation. Let us understand with one example. Suppose let us take a quadratic equation as 2x square minus 3x plus 1 equals to 0. And now let us replace the x value with a real value 1. So by replacing x value with 1, we get 2 into 1 square minus 3 into 1 plus 1 equals to 0. And here 2 into 1 square is 1. So we get 2 into 1 minus 3 into 1 equals to 3 plus 1 equals to 0. And by simplifying we get 2 minus 3 plus 1 equals to 0. And here 2 plus 1 are the positive numbers. By adding them we get 3, and the minus 3 is the negative number. 3 minus 3 equals to 0. By simplifying 3 minus 3 we get 0, which equals to 0. So here if you observe, both LHS and RHS parts are equal to 0. That means we get LHS equals to RHS. So the real value, that is 1, when it is substituted in the place of x, it makes the LHS and RHS parts of the given quadratic equation as equal. Hence we can say 1 is the solution of the given quadratic equation. And this solution, it is also called as root of the given quadratic equation. Here solution and root both are same. So solutions or roots of a quadratic equations are nothing but they are the real values which makes the both LHS and RHS part of a quadratic equation to equal when they are substituted in the place of variable that is presented in the given quadratic equation. Now let us understand how to find the solutions or the roots of a quadratic equations by factorization method. And we all know very well how to find the zeros of a quadratic polynomial of the form ax square plus bx plus c, where a is not equals to 0. Do you remember? Just recall once, how did we get the zeros of a quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c using factorization method? Very good. Just simply we split the middle term of the given quadratic polynomial by taking the suitable pair of factors of the product of the x square coefficient and the constant such that their sum is equals to the coefficient of x. That's the same process that we are going to use, that we are going to do here also to find the solutions or the roots of a quadratic equation. So ax square plus bx plus c is a quadratic polynomial, and ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0 is a quadratic equation. So to find the roots or solutions of a quadratic equation, just simply we need to split the middle term using the same process that we did for the finding the zeros of a quadratic polynomial. So let us understand this by taking one example. Let us take example that is given in our textbook. Example 3. Find the roots of the equation 2x square minus 5x plus 3 equals to 0. So here the given quadratic equation is 2x square minus 5x plus 3 equals to 0. And we need to find the roots or the solutions of this quadratic equation. So for that What is the process that we are going to use? Yes, to factorize this, we need to split the middle term. So we need to split the middle term. So what is the middle term here? We have, that is minus 5x. So to split the middle term minus 5x, we need to take the suitable pair of factors for the product of x square coefficient and constant, such that the sum of those factors must be equals to the coefficient of x. So now let us first take the product of x square coefficient and constant. What is the x square coefficient here? It is 2. 2 into constant is 3. So the product of 2 and 3 is 6. So we get the product as 6. Now we need to search a suitable pair of factors for 6 such that their sum is equals to x coefficient. So here what is x coefficient? It is minus 5. Now think of what are the suitable pair of factors that we need to take here such that the sum of those two factors must be equals to x coefficient, that is minus 5. Shabash, very good. We have to take the pair of factors as minus 2 and minus 3. Why? Because the product of these two, minus 2 into minus 3, is equals to 6, and the sum of these two, minus 2 and minus 3, equals to the x coefficient, that is minus 5. So by using minus 2 and minus 3, we can split the middle term of the given quadratic polynomial, that is minus 5x. So we can write the given quadratic equation as 2x square minus 5x can be written as minus 2x minus 3x plus 3 equals to 0. So here minus 5x is splitted as minus 2x and minus 3x. Now if you observe in the first two terms, that are 2x square and minus 2x, we have 2x as common. So let us take out 2x as common. By taking 2x as common out, we get in bracket x minus 1. So now coming to the next two terms, let's take out minus 3 as common out. So by taking minus 3 as common out, we get in bracket. So from the first term we taken out minus 3 as common. So from the minus term, if we take out minus common, it becomes positive x, and from plus 3 we taken out as minus 3 common out. So we get minus 1 as, we get minus 1 in bracket. So what we get? Minus 3 into x minus 1, and which equals to 0. Now again if you observe in these two terms, we have x minus 1 common. By taking x minus 1 as common out, we get x minus 1 into 2x minus 3 equals to 0. So now the product of x minus 1 and 2x minus 3 is equals to 0. That means either any one of this product is equals to 0 or both equals to 0. So we can write x minus 1 equals to 0 or 2x minus 3 equals to 0. And by simplifying this, we get x equals to 1, and simplifying the next one, we get x equals to 3 by 2. So 1 and 3 by 2 are the solutions, are the roots of the given equation, of the given quadratic equation. That means if we substitute 1 in the place of x in the given quadratic equation, it makes the both LHS and RHS parts equal. So here RHS is equals to 0, so the LHS part also becomes 0. Similarly, and if we substitute 3 by 2 also in the place of x, it also makes the LHS part of this quadratic equation equal to the RHS part, that is 0. Now let us see one more example. We have in the textbook, do this problem. Let us see this one also. So it is given as, find the roots of the following equations using factorization method. So the first problem is given as x square plus 5x plus 6 equals to 0. Now tell me, how can we proceed for this? To find the solutions of the given quadratic equation, first we have to split the middle term. For that, we need to consider the product of x square coefficient and constant. So tell me, what is the x square coefficient here? It is 1, and the constant is 6. So what we get? 1 into 6 equals to 6. Now we need to search the suitable pair of factors for 6 such that the sum of those two factors must be equals to x coefficient. So here, what is the x coefficient here? That is 5. So now tell me, what are the suitable pair of factors for 6 that we need to take here, so that the sum of those factors equals to x coefficient 5. Shabash, we have to take 2 and 3. Since 2 into 3 equals to 6, sum of 2 and 3 equals to 5. So using the pair of factors 2 and 3, we can split the middle term, that is 5x. So let us write x square plus 5x can be written as 2x plus 3x plus 6 equals to 0. Now in the first two terms we have x as common. By taking x as common out, we get x into, in bracket we get x plus 2, and in the next two terms what we have common? 3. So let us take out common 3. So plus 3 into, in bracket we get x plus 2, which equals to 0. By again taking x plus 2 as common out, we get x plus 2 into, in bracket we get x plus 3 equals to 0. So we get x plus 2 into x plus 3 equals to 0, and we can write this as x plus 2 equals to 0 or x plus 3 equals to 0. So by simplifying these two, we get x equals to minus 2 and x equals to minus 3, which are the solutions or the roots of given quadratic equation x square plus 5x plus 6 equals to 0. Now let us see the second problem also. It is given as x square minus 5x plus 6 equals to 0. So the same, but the sign of the middle term is changed into minus. So we have minus 5x. Now to split the middle term minus 5x, we need to take the pair of suitable factors for the product of x square coefficient and constant. So here what is the x square coefficient? Again it is 1, and the constant it is also 6. So the product of these two equals to 6. Again we get the product as 6. Now we need to search up the pair of factors for 6 such that the pair of factors equals to the x coefficient, that is minus 5. Now what are the pair of factors that we need to take for 6 here? Very good. We do not take plus 2 and plus 3 since the coefficient is minus 5 and the product is positive. So when the product is positive and the coefficient is negative, we have to take the two factors with negative. So we have to take minus 2 and minus 3. So if we take minus 2 and minus 3, their product will be equals to positive 6 and their sum will be equals to x coefficient minus 5. Now using minus 2 and minus 3, we can split the middle term minus 5x. So we can write x square minus 5x can be written as minus 2x minus 3x plus 6 equals to 0. Now in the first two terms we have x as common. By taking it as common out, we get x into, in bracket we get x minus 2, and in the next two terms we have minus 3 as common out. By taking minus 3 as common out, we get x minus 2 in bracket, which equals to 0. Now again we can take out x minus 3 as common out. By taking x minus 3 as common out, x minus 3 into x minus 2 equals to 0, and we can write x minus 3 equals to 0 and or x minus 2 equals to 0, which equals to x equals to 3 or x equals to 2. So here in this case 3 and 2 are the solutions or the roots of the given quadratic equation. Now let us see the third problem. Here third problem is given as x square plus 5x minus 6 equals to 0. Here in this problem the constant term is changed to minus 6 when we compare with the first problem. So let us factorize this. For that we need to split the middle term plus 5x. For that we need to take the pair of factors for the product of x square coefficient and constant. Here x square coefficient is 1 and the constant is minus 6. So the product of 1 and minus 6 equals to minus 6, and we need to take the pair of factors for minus 6 such that the sum of those factors must be equals to x coefficient, that is positive 5. So here we have x coefficient positive 5 and we have the product as negative 6. So here we get the product as negative. So in this case any one of the factors of this product will be negative number and another one will be positive number, and which is to be negative and which is to be positive, it is to be taken by the x coefficient, that is here positive 5. So here x coefficient we have positive 5, so we need to take the bigger factor with positive sign and smaller factor with negative sign. Now for the product minus 6, what are the suitable pair of factors we have such that the sum is equals to plus 5? So here we take 6 and minus 1 since their product is equals to minus 6 and their sum is equals to plus 5, which is equals to x coefficient. So using 6 and minus 1 we can split the middle term, that is plus 5x. So we can write x square plus 5x can be written as plus 6x minus 1x minus 6 equals to 0. Now in the first two terms we have x as common. By taking it as common, we get in bracket x plus 6. And in the next two terms, it seems to be nothing is common. So in this case, we take 1 as common out, but both terms have negative sign. So we take negative 1 as common out. So by taking negative 1 as common out, we get in bracket x plus 6. So again, x plus 6 is common. So by taking x plus 6 as common out, we get x plus 6 into in bracket x minus 1, which equals to 0. Now we can write x plus 6 equals to 0 and x minus 1 equals to 0. And by simplifying them, we get x equals to minus 6 and x equals to 1. So here minus 6 and 1 are the roots of the given quadratic equation. Now the fourth problem, x squared minus 5x minus 6 equals to 0. So here in this, the two terms that are minus 5x and minus 6 have negative signs. Now let us factorize this. For that, the product we have to take x square coefficient into constant, which is equals to, here x square coefficient is 1 and the constant is minus 6. So their product is minus 6. And we need to consider the pair of factors for minus 6 such that their sum is equals to x coefficient. So what is x coefficient here? Minus 5. So now what are the pair of factors that we need to take here for minus 6 whose sum is equals to minus 5? So in this case we have to take minus 6 and 1 so that we get the product as minus 6 and their sum is equals to minus 5. So using minus 6 and 1 we can split the middle term, that is minus 5x. So we can write x squared minus 6x plus 1x minus 6 equals to 0. Now by taking x as common out from the first two terms, we get x into x minus 6. And in the next two terms, if we take out 1 as common out plus 1 as common out, we get x minus 6 in bracket, which equals to 0. And again by taking x minus 6 as common out, we get x minus 6 into x plus 1 equals to 0. Now we can write x minus 6 equals to 0 or x plus 1 equals to 0. And by simplifying them, we get x equals to 6 and x equals to minus 1. So here 6 and minus 1 are the solutions of this given quadratic equation. So like this, we can find the solutions of the given quadratic equation using factorization method. So in exercise 5.2, you have some quadratic equations. So find out the solutions of those quadratic equations by factorization method.